girls in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup, toast to the winners, throw it up.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, Warner. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st down, it's Spencer, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll have to convert it to be a 3rd and 4.
He may be a bit undersized compared to a modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw, Warner. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Spencer. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way. We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try the left side. It's Spencer, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. K.J. Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Lions in trouble to start play, 6-8 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That was good for 37 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 34 yards. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
7-7, our score after 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Two things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Without using it, he had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play fake. Now Warner. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Tyler Newsome now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Donahue. Slide. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now. It's Spencer, and he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Play action. It's Warner. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
There you go. And cycle.
Up the middle they go. Spencer. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Lions 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Warner.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Their own 13-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the score.
He's got a man complete. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Warner. He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Spencer. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Spencer. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
135 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Warner. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by McManus is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back. So we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Donahue. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
106 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Warner to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
To throw on 2nd down. Donahue. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Donahue. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And returning it, here's Hamler. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Warner. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, fourth quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first. And he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Aaron Browning on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Donahue. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. It'll be Warner on first down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. First down, Broncos.
On first and 10, Warner. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Spencer. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
To throw on 2nd down, Warner. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Off the play fake. Warner being chased out left. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
first down marker at the 31. It's third down. Back to throw. Donahue. He's got this, complete to Williams. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams, 40 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Garibay on to attempt the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Warner forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Spencer.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a first down throw. Warner. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on